Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're at in the world. This is a live stream, I hope. I see everyone coming in. Sorry for the delay in the start. I have a little bit of chaos going on in my house today, but we won't talk about that. It's very unpleasant, so we'll just deal with the stream as it is. So who do we have here? Can you all hear me well? I'm using my laptop camera. I'm gonna put my glasses back on so I can see. Hi, Tori. Hi, Poon. Thank you. My Judy, my sissy Pooh. Hello, everyone. I got to do heart like this now. Good. My Purpleina. Hi, Joan. Pookie's here. Martha's here. Hi, honey. Who else do we have here? Okay, looks like I got everybody so far. If I've missed you, please speak up. And if there's anybody in the clouds, hello, Lori Lou. Thank you. Hello. Hi, Christine. Yeah, I'm here, I think. It's been quite the day. Hi, Sue. Welcome. Thank you. I don't know if you've been on my stream before. I don't think so. I think that's a new name. Otherwise, you've been lurking. I love my lurkers, too. Love you, everyone. Oh, let me turn that monitor off in the back. We don't need that crazy glare. That's my work desk over there. So how is everyone? Happy Tuesday or Wednesday if you're over there in Australia. I think it's Tuesday or close to being Tuesday. Oh, good. This is the perfect day to speak up and say hello to everyone. I promise my team, our friends won't bite much. They may nibble a little bit, but they usually don't bite too much. So I'm glad you're saying hello. I like to say hello to all my friends. It's warm here today, you know. I'll say that. It is very warm here today. Yeah, usually Australia is one day ahead. Usually, but I think they might be. Hi, cats. Welcome. That's a new name. Hello. Yeah, I think they might be like 18 hours ahead of us. Oh, it's raining there. Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. Best moderators in the business, I tell you. So we're going to do a little bit of chit chat today, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a face-to-face, and you guys can ask me all the details, get all the down and dirty details on my life. Yeah, Cats is not here. But it's nice that you said hello, Judy. I'm sure she appreciated that. Oh, be quiet. Oh, there's somebody coming in the house. So never mind the dog. Loki is trying to say hello to everybody. Apparently, he thinks it's his moment. I can't show him to you because I'm not going to pick him up to put him in the camera. And my other camera, I was going to put on that camera on my face. And so now it's all messed up and I got to jack with it later. And so, you know. And I don't have Minicam functioning right now to be able to switch back and forth. So Loki's just over there. But I can't show you. He wants a muffin. No, yeah, he wants a treat. He wants more than that. I did get my Xandra order in today, so that's a positive note. Anything new and exciting going on with anybody over there? We'll give it a few more minutes and get started. Give me 1 minute, guys. I am gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. You stayed home and practiced separation anxiety. You need a human hug. Oh, I know. I need one too. I need one too. Well, maybe if the kids come in and bug us, because I can't. Well, actually, I should put something blocking the door. Bear with me 1 moment. I'm gonna put my basket in front of the door so you guys can see my stream preparation. You ventured out to the mailbox and the dumpster. Oh, you took a field trip there, Pookie. You took a field trip. I'm going to put my basket in front of the door so the munchkins. Do you guys want to see the munchkins real quick before we get started? You had the wrong. Hey, you guys want to come say hi? Are the girls still sleeping?
Melody and Allie are on.
Melody, you want to come say hi to everybody really quick? Brown's on camera. Oh, no, they're. Go right up there. They can see you. You don't even have to look at the camera. Hi. Hi. For those of you who don't know. Oh, there's Mommy. Mommy's on there. This is Hayden. This is my oldest. She's 9 going on 23. And this is Melody, my little schmuggles. And she's 5 going on 15. And hi, Ann. And the little one is over there in the back room playing, my grandson. So, all right, girls, say goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
And that's my crew. They're the make a mess crew, the cleanup crew, and Drive Grandma Crazy crew. And then there's Loki and the other dogs. And well, thank you. Yeah, she lost her first tooth this month ago now, I think. Thank you. Ivy there in chat is my daughter, their mother. So everybody say hello to her. Some of you may not know. She comes into my room every once in a while and blesses us with her presence. So let's get started. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, it's hot today. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's like 90 something degrees. I feel like it is, but it's probably not. It's only like, I don't know, 70. What's my phone say? $20. No, I think she got like $2 in quarters or something for her last tooth. Yeah. So let me see. I'll put on my glasses now because, you know, I am an old lady of 46. So you missed them, Lori. I'll have them come back in before I end the show. Yeah, $2 in quarter. Yeah, they love the gumball machines. That's their favorite. So our first question is, when you use stuff that isn't waterproof, What's your favorite fixative? Well, I tell you, I typically don't use a fixative. If it's in my journal, especially, I don't. If it's commission work or work that I'm going to give away as gifts, like this past fall, winter, Christmas, I painted some mixed media paintings for some of the fibs. I did fix their stuff. I don't like using a fixative because it tends to, especially with watercolor or inks, it tends to change the color and it makes them darker. So I'm not a fixative kind of girl. However, if I do use a fixative, I know Sennelier has a really good fixative. It's an aerosol. I don't have it in my studio, but that would be my preferred. It's a little pricey though. Alternatively, I use, there's two kinds you can use. There is the Krylon workable fixative in the can. And then there is this one, which is an all-natural fixative in the bottle. I prefer how the can, because it's aerosol, how it coats the work, because it doesn't like drop. It's not like liquid, whereas this one's very liquidy, so it tends to be not a very fine, even mist. So I use these kind of in conjunction with each other. The only thing is that any aerosol has to be done outside, where this one can be used inside. And because I have asthma issues, I have to be careful of what I use. You're welcome. Oh, stop it. Yeah, I can put my face on every once in a while. Wasn't a very great hair day, but you know. Oh, my 3 products that I cannot live without. Clear gesso, watercolors, and I think my third would have to be a paintbrush. How long have you been doing watercolor mixed media? Oh, geez. Okay, so this is 2020. I started my mixed media journey in 2013, 14-ish. I dabbled with it. I kind of dabbled with watercolor and inks starting about 2016. Would you be able to brush on the liquidy one? You could. I'm assuming you're talking about the fixative. You can brush this on. It's made from milk caseins from a cow. But you have to be careful, especially with products that are real water soluble. So depending on how soluble they are, you're going to end up moving them. Hi, Laura. Hi, honey. How are you doing? Loved everyone coming in, all those in the clouds. My baby diaper to dab off on. I do love my my pure cotton baby rags. I do love those. They're really nice on your, especially your really good brushes. but no, I could live without those. Yeah, well, but the thing is, Sue, a lot of the watercolors, especially if you're using, I would say professional grade watercolors, and you've let them cure overnight, and especially if you're using, if you're real gentle with them, they're less likely to move. Now, your more student grade, and your Prima, Jane Davenport, lesser expensive watercolors, those you'd really want to be more careful with. Absolutely. I think though, like with your water soluble crayons and that, those would really move if you tried to brush it on, because that's just the nature. They move with either your finger or brush, so that's just something to think of. Yeah, well, yeah, when I do my journal pages or any kind of work any of my work that I do, I let it sit out flat and I let it cure for, especially if it's work that's going to be sent out of my home, and especially if it's work that I'm going to sell. It sits out and cures for at least 2 days before it goes out of my home. Most definitely. And that's because I use a lot of mediums and because it is a watercolor. And, the thing to keep in mind about watercolor is, if you're going to, sell commissionable work or, give work away, it's work that you want to put behind glass, and because I'm not a traditional artist, there might be some escape from that, but still, I still treat it the same way. Just because I'm throwing mixed media into it doesn't mean that I treat it any different. Hello, my Juju. Mwah. Auntie sends kisses. Absolutely. Well, and when I do professional work, when I make work that either I put on my Etsy to sell or commissionable work, or like when I did the gifts over Christmas, all the paintings that I sent out, I use all archival material. I use all professional grade, watercolors and professional inks, all of that. I don't skimp. Hi, Andrea. Hi, BFF. If it's stuff that's going to go out of my home that I'm going to sell, I don't skimp. I don't, if it's in my journal, I can use anything. I don't care. I'll pull from anywhere. And I might just, dabble with new stuff. But if it's something that I'm going to make that's going to go out of my home to somebody else to live, I want to make sure that it's going to last, at least the rest of my lifetime. So I make sure that I use archival products, archival papers, that kind of thing. I'm very conscientious about what I put into the work when it goes out of my home. Oh, Christine, what are you experimenting on or with or for? Have you been doing jelly printing maybe? She saw jelly printing for the first time on my show the other day. Well, I do some gifted, and I also have an Etsy store where I sell my work as well. Plug if you guys want to, favor my shop and shop around. Oh, 3D fairy house with paper. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, you've been there. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, Jude's, you should. That would be beautiful, I bet. Jude's is our resident polymer clay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. She does fabulous clay work if anybody is interested. That's in mediums to create the look stuff. Awesome. Awesome. You should show pictures, Christine. You should are you on Instagram? Are you following me on Instagram? We have, haven't we? Okay. Well, make sure that you follow me and let me know when you're ready to post. I'd love to see pictures. Absolutely. I love to see, anybody who wants to, I'd love to have everybody follow me on Instagram, even whether you post or not. I'd love to see any makes that you create, even whether it's inspired by my work or not. I'd love to see what you guys got going on. That'd be awesome. You bought some Crackle Paste a while back. What do you do with it? Crackle Paste is awesome. I haven't used it recently. I haven't prepared any mixed media work since I bought it, but it's a paste and I'm going to be using it mostly with inks or dyes or sprays. But I'm going to be incorporating it with my inks and my watercolors, because once you put the crackle on and you let it dry, it crackles, right? So just imagine any of the inks just wafting through. And actually, I got a book. I can show you guys a picture of what it's going to look like for those that are actually new to mixed media. Bear with me one moment. I don't know if it's in this one or it's the other one. Let me see if she has it. I have a sample in a book that I can show you, but it wafts through the cracks, and you can do some really fun, interesting work with it. Here it is. So see right here, all of this is crackle, okay? So this artist, she used watercolor and inks and went through all the crackle there. Hi, Susan. Hi, Tara Love. So I'm going to be creating some works of art. Not doing this work of art, but I'm going to be creating my own work of art using the Crackle Paste and doing my style and my own thing. And we're going to do it on stream. We're going to have a go. We're going to get jiggy with it, with my style. So just imagine all my fun little tricks added to Crackle Paste. So I am doing okay, Susan. Yeah. I think so. I think it'll be fun. I'm always willing to experiment. And you guys too, you know what? That's another thing too. Don't be afraid to, if you guys want to see something, craft a lunch. You guys want to see something on my channel or see a technique, especially for those that are new to mixed media, don't be afraid to ask. I'm willing to do either a separate little video with it to show you, or I can do a full-on project incorporating the technique, or whatever. I mean, don't be afraid to ask for something. Yeah, we're going to get jiggy with it. We got something fun coming up in a couple weeks for our friend Tara there. She already knows about it. That can happen, Christine. Welcome to mixed media. But yeah. You can ask any question. Someone may not answer. With all the beautiful, oh, stop it, Andrea. What? Why are all you? I don't really keep my work. Hi, Julie. Hi, Nashwa. I don't keep my work. Most the work that I keep for myself is in my journals because I love art journaling. You know, for me, that's my eye candy. That's where, you know, if I'm having a stressed out day or I'm, you know, I'm having a good day or whatever, you know, or when I stream and I make art in my journals, that's for me. That's, you know, I do it for you guys. You know, I create for you guys, but that's where I want to see my art is, you know, and that's why, you know, a lot of times my art journal pages are, what did somebody tell me the other day? Something about that my art, I take art journaling to a whole nother level or something to that effect on one of my Facebook. There are no empty walls in your house. Well, that's because you got like a bunch of product that you're still trying to sell. But yeah, I don't have the space to keep a lot of work, but I don't really have the want to have a lot of work on my walls. I would just rather have my work in my journals. Now, I guess I really haven't created anything for myself that I would think, oh, wow, this is just like, I haven't found something that I haven't wanted to share. You know, everything I create is just, I want to share it with you guys. So I would, you know, I want to put it out there and I want to share it with you guys. So if it's something that's awesome, then I'm going to put it on my Etsy and I want it to go to a good home, you know? That's awesome, Laura. I did have a couple pieces, but then I ended up selling them before I left Texas and I came back home. I did end up selling all my work. I had some pieces and I ended up selling them before I left Texas. Hi, J. Nikki. Welcome. That's it. And I haven't done a lot of that, Debbie. I think that's, you know, I don't know. This was the first house I bought after a while. You know, when I came back, had moved around a little bit with work and everything, my life and stuff like that. And then this is the first house I bought after my kids were grown, and one of them moved back with their kids. So, you know, and then I went back to Texas for a while and came back again. So I'm also minimalist, I think. I don't know. I think I'd rather put other people's art on my walls. I have a whole bunch of stuff that, because again, I came back and now when my kids are living with me, I don't have the space. But thank you, Tori. Watch for info on the 1K. Because it'll be for everybody that's subscribed to my channel, and everybody is welcome to put suggestions in. But yeah, I would love to have other people's art on my wall. I think more so than my own because I can make my own. Good night, love. So come on, some of you that have been with me for, some of my friends that have been with me forever, you got to have questions. How many years do your journals span? Well, the first couple of years I was doing other mixed media. Like I had the first year I had started in polymer clay, and then what did I do after that? Or was that that was like a year and a half? So 14, 15. So my journals start about, I think, mid 2015, or they might have started a little later because I don't know if I was just working on individual pieces of paper back at the time. I know I got some work around 2016-ish that I do remember. So it was somewhere between 2015 and 2016 they start. Are there any particular artists art you want on your walls? Well, I actually do have some that I've received through Happy Mail over the years. But when I fully decide where I want to reside for the rest of my life, yeah, you know, like there's I like Jody Old's work. I like some of Pam Character's work. I like Marami Small Art's work. I like well, she doesn't really do like art to sell. She's more of like an art journaler. But not that I can think of her name at the moment, but Joanne Sharp. She does a lot of fun stuff. But I think you know, it would be stuff from people within our community now, not like you know, from the old masters, not that kind of work. I think I'd want, you know, fun stuff. And I know I would want like I would put up a lot of like American Indian type like pottery stuff, you know, also around my, you know, my home. And I would put up a lot of rustic stuff, like I love craftsman style homes and rustic kind of stuff. So Marta is the bomb, isn't she? Favorite art supply. Okay, what do you think? What do you think the supply is? And then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Yeah, I'm a very you know, rustic kind of girl. That would be awesome, Andrea. I expect it in the mail by next week. Okay, just saying. Watercolors. Yes. But when I think of supplies, I don't think necessarily, I didn't think that was where your question was going. But yes, I am a watercolor girl. I guess more so I'm a water media or liquid medium girl, because I do like my acrylic inks. I like wash. I like watercolors. I like ink, like sprays and stuff too, and magicals. So there are other things, but they're all like liquid mediums. They're all, or water soluble mediums, right? They're not really acrylic, except for the acrylic inks, but those behave like watercolors. So some of us are very critical of our own work. Are you, or have you gotten past it? Oh, Tara. Okay. I am, and probably forever will be, the worst critic of my own work. It took me a long time to, for the longest time, I didn't use the word artist when I spoke about myself on Facebook, in person, on my channel. I mean, Debbie can tell you. Yeah, I do love my napkins too, but yeah, I didn't feel it. I didn't really. I just really didn't feel. Hi, Judy. I was and always will be the worst critic, and I think we all are. But with that said, the more if you are your own worst critic, I don't think you necessarily grow out of that. I think once you find who you are as an artist and find your way, whether it's, if you want to call it, your style, your niche, your once you start finding where you're going, if you're just a dabbler, if you're somebody that just wants to craft, I don't think you're as critical of yourself. But if you're somebody who wants to progress in the art field, I think you don't necessarily grow out of that trait. I think once you define who you are as an artist, I think you're more comfortable, and you make little marks, and you're happier with those little marks and those little strides. You may not like the whole piece you create, but you are happy with the little marks that you've made in that piece. Hi, Jules. If that makes sense, because I still find fault in some of the work that I do. Exactly. Well, and that's just it. It doesn't matter what you create. That's why I said, it's like it didn't matter, even though it took me so long to call myself an artist. Because I knew who I was before I started calling myself an artist. I knew my style. I knew what I liked to play with. I knew, I knew all of those things. But it wasn't until I embraced those and really allowed myself to listen to my muse and say, okay, this is me, and I'm okay with it, and I like it, and I honed in on it, and I played with it, and I went for it, and I found different ways to love what I do, and I told somebody the other day in a comment, you are the best you. Only you can do you. Right? So be happy with where you are and never compare yourself to somebody else. And just be happy with where you're at now. And, once you find out or define who you are as an artist or a crafter, it doesn't mean that you're always going to like everything you do or everything you put out. Or that you won't find some kind of fault in that one piece that this piece that everybody thinks is magnificent. You might see that one little, thing that you think you see it, but nobody else sees that so-called mistake. And I don't really think there's mistakes in art. I think there's growing chances for growth, or learning experiences. Exactly. Just be you, do you, be happy with what you create. And if you don't like, here's another thing too. I went for 3 years, no, 2 years. I played with acrylic paint before I touched any kind of liquid medium, any kind of, thank you, Mia Bear, any kind of watercolors, inks, whatever. I was not a happy girl. When I started out my art journaling, painting, mixed media, artistic journey, I started in acrylic paint, and I was not happy. I did not know who I was. I did not know where I was going. I didn't like the medium. I did not like the process. I didn't enjoy working with that medium. And it did not allow me to flourish and discover who I was. Hi, Shelby. Thanks for coming, everyone. Love to everyone. It did not give me that, it did not give me that canvas to really flourish as an artist, right? Once I switched gears and picked up inks, because I started with inks first, and then like almost simultaneously I picked up watercolors at the same time. Once I went there, that was all she wrote. I was off and running. I was happy. I was like, this is where I need to be. This is my thing, man. And I have not looked back. And that's why I don't enjoy the process. I do not enjoy how acrylics work. I don't like the fact that I just don't like them. I don't enjoy it. I don't, exactly, maybe, I might find some enjoyment. Yeah, now you get to see the passion, except for just hearing it. I might enjoy some acrylic work. Like that's why I've been tempted. I've not crossed the border yet, but exactly. Oh, thank you, Mia. Exactly, Jay. Don't worry about making that mistake. Just do it. Just get out that piece of paper, dabble with products, find what you like to work with, don't worry about the mistakes, especially if you're brand new. If you are brand new, get a couple different things, play with them, see what makes you happy. Don't do what I did. Don't spend 2 years playing with stuff that doesn't make you happy. Get a couple different things from couple different categories. Find what makes you happy, and then just do it. And it doesn't matter how it turns out. It doesn't matter, you can, and start in a journal. You know what? You can turn the page. You can throw the piece of paper away. It's just paper, that really. But once you find who you are and where you're going, you will be amazed at how much you will appreciate what you do. And what, you're going to be like, wow, I'm, and now I do. I love my work. I love what I do. I still find that I learn things about the liquid mediums that I use. The inks and watercolors still teach me things from time to time. As much as I know about them and as much as I push the boundaries of what they can do, because I do. I push them to work for, I don't know if anybody else works with them the same way I do. I don't see that necessarily out there. Not that that's not out there. I just don't see it. But I push those boundaries, and I love it. I love the challenge that they give me. Try them. Try, and when you do, if you are just starting out, don't be, I want the whole set syndrome. Yeah, Debbie is phenomenal. Don't listen to her. If she says anything negative, don't listen to her. Know your colors. Like, some of us are cool color people. Some of us are warm colors. Some of us really like pinks and purples, whatever, get your favorite colors in inks. Get your favorite colors, in acrylics. Get your favorite colors in maybe a watercolor, a couple different tubes. Don't buy the whole set, and don't be don't buy what your budget can afford. Do you explore and experiment? And because I do. I mean, this year I bought Step After sprays. I love them. Next year I'm gonna get Lindy's sprays, because I know Lindy's products. And I would have gotten Lindy's, but I chose Seth this year. But I work with a few different things, because I want, they do different things for me in my work. But try a few different things and see what works for you. See what makes you happy. Judette, yeah, you are the Judettes. Yep, the Judettes. Just don't ask them to sing. They might break a window. So what other questions you guys got? Come on. Some of you oldies, and I don't mean by age when I say that. You guys gotta or was there a question I've missed? If I've missed a question, repeat it. Oh yeah, Debbie, she's taught me a lot and throughout the years. Absolutely. Even when I switched over, I can still learn something, even though somebody doesn't work in the same medium that you do. Hi, Marge. How do you pronounce your last name? It's Musin. It's German. I'm German, American Indian, and Irish. How many journals have I completed? Well, 1, 2. These aren't complete here. So 1, 2, 3. I had one that got ruined, so 4. And then some weren't in a book, which I don't have my individual pages, because there was some time that I was working not in a book, like I was working on just individual pages. So 4.5. What is my favorite color? Andrea, you want to answer that one? Let's see what Andrea comes up with. Regarding the Lindy set, are the sprays better, or should I start with the magicals for starting? It doesn't matter. It depends on, here's the thing about Lindy's, right? So you can technically you can buy all the magicals and make your own sprays. They are more versatile, so you can have both. However, there are some colors in the sprays that you can't get in the pots or in the Magicals version, but they are the same. Most of the colors, I should say, are the same both in the Magicals and in the sprays, and they're both permanent. My favorite color. So I used to be favorite color purple all the time was my favorite color, and I still love purple. However, when I'm painting or creating, I have favorite colors in the different mediums. For example, in watercolor, I really love the the sap green from M. Graham. But in my inks, I really love the olive green in my FWs inks. So, I have favorite colors in each different brand of product that I work with. I have my favorite colors in my Magicals. I have favorite colors in my 2 different ink lines. I have favorite colors in the different watercolor lines that I carry. Yeah. So it really depends when it comes to creating what I'm doing. If I were to grab, like, say this to create with, if I wanted to create with this today, I would pick the product and the colors that will coordinate with the page, but I would probably pick my favorite colors based on, I'm going to use my FW inks because my favorite color is out of that product line that I know will go good with this, collage paper, right? Oh, if I had the room, Andrea, sky's the limit. I want to go large. Hopefully, when I get out of my 10 by 10 square foot room, eventually at some point, no, but I would go large. I really want to experiment on some large pieces. I would love it. Me and my inks and watercolors go to town. If I had the space, if I had a studio or garage space, yeah, guarantee you, buddy, I'd be all over it. Bigger is better? Not always. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like, in my pinks, in my watercolors, my favorite color is my coral. The Daniel Smith quinacridone coral, So, me too, Tara. Me too. Yeah. See, Judy, I do that. I would love to paint some large pieces. Have I done a whole wall? No, I have not. Not yet. I'd love to do a mural, an ink mural, a mural. Oh, that would be awesome. I do a lot of art journaling. I have a video you can see for new subbies, but I do a lot of art journaling, but I also do commission work, and I also do mixed media that I sell on my Etsy. So I do original paintings. I will do journal covers that I sell. I also create collage packs, digital collage packs. pretty much anything. If there's something, like I was telling before you came in, Marge, there isn't anything that I won't create. If you guys are looking for a particular project or a particular technique, ask me in the comments or shoot me an email. All my information is in the description box of all my videos. So if you guys want to see anything, tell me, email me, shoot me a message on Facebook, on Instagram. You know, just let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll have at it. There isn't anything that's off limits, and I will find a way. And like in my recent video where I did a art journal page for a friend that was just beginning. I showed a really quick, cool technique where I showed stencil and stencil, which isn't used very often that I know of. I've been using it for years, and I know Debbie knows of it. I don't know how many other people actually know of it, but I use it quite a bit. I don't use it all the time, but so, you know, there's always things I'm willing to share, tips, tricks, and techniques that I've learned over the years, things I've taught myself, and that I'm willing to share with you all anytime. What is stencil and stencil? I would have at it for sure. Stencil and stencil is when you, let me pull out the book I did on. I think somebody else had another journal question too, maybe like what my favorite page was or something. So like here. So this page, this is the recent one we had a video on. So these squares, okay, so the texture inside, okay, was, and I still have them on my desk, I think. Or no, do I not? Okay, so this is one stencil, all this detailed texture right here. And then the square shape around it is another stencil. So what you do is you take one stencil and you put it down, and then you put another stencil on top of it, and then you can do stencil and stencil. And it's good for like when you want, or here's another one. Where's my other book? Here's another page. Oh, it's this one. Here's a really good one to see. Here. So like this one, these circles with the crisscross inside. I don't have a stencil that looks like this, right? But I have two stencils. I have one that has circles that have nothing inside. And then I have the stencil that has this crisscross. That's nothing but crisscross, right? So what I did was I put the crisscross down, and then I put the circle down on top of it. And then I took my modeling paste and I scraped it through. So all I got was the modeling paste in a circle format, but with this design. I'll have to do that on my next journal page. I'll plan a journal page doing stencil and stencil again on a live video. I've been meaning to do one. I'll show you guys how to do a flower one. That one will be really awesome for you guys to see. Where you can get different texture inside a flower with stencil and stencil. So there's all kinds of techniques and stuff that you can get through mixed media. Yeah, page you're most proud of. Oh, well, gosh. Yeah, well, I have a few. I guess would be based on per journal. Out of this one, there I have, let's do that. So my favorite page out of this journal is this one. I wouldn't say most proud of, but I will say that are my favorite. So like this is my favorite out of this one. This one's not done yet, but so far, my favorite, this one is, I would say probably that one. Well, so I have two that I really like out of this one so far. I like this one. These are all on my Facebook too. If you guys want to follow me, again, my link is on the description box. I post all my work online in my Instagram and on Facebook. This journal, my favorite. Let me find it. Where is it? Ha! This is my favorite out of this journal. The geraniums in the window. The one that has the geraniums in the window? Geraniums in the window. Which, I don't know what you're talking about, woman. So what kind of journals do I buy? Well, that's, I think journals are an ever-changing evolution. But here, I'll tell you what. So I like a couple different bot journals. This is a Stillman and Burns. So this is one that's going to be 8x5. This has really good paper in it for watercolor or mixed media. Recently, Marta, Miami Small Art, turned me on to the Arteza watercolor journals. And so, and this is, I've been using those. And that brings me to my next journal that I'm also working in currently. And this is it right here. This is, you get 2 per pack. I really like these for an inexpensive journal. And my favorite page so far is this one. But with a close second of the one I just did the other day. Okay. So those are the 2 bought journals I think that I will ever buy. Now, I also make my own journals. And they completely lie flat no matter, oh, you guys, I forget, you guys are not up there now. You guys are over there. They lie flat no matter where you open them up at. They lie flat, right? So I take inexpensive, in fact, I'm using now Arteza. I'll be using this paper. This is the Arteza wet and dry media paper, because it's got, on one side, it's got really nice tooth to it. But you could, I like taking 90-pound paper, and that's what I was doing for these two journals, and making them. And there's a video on my channel on how to make these, but no matter where you open them up at, they lie completely flat. So they're easy to work in, you know, so you can lie them flat when you're working on them. How do I bind them? So for connecting the page to page, I use double-sided tape to connect them page to page. And then the binding, like I said, there's a video on my channel, but the binding is just duct tape. And then I choose the cover that I want to use. and I double side tape that on the front and the back. Okay, let me get a couple of my older journals so you guys can see where I've been or where I've come from. Let's see. Because my journey wasn't always so beautiful. Here's another one. And here's another one. And here's another one. And where did I put those other? Okay. Oh, there they are. All right. So let's go way back in the day. Yeah, see, I don't like doing thread. First of all, sewing takes too much time. I don't got time for all that. And I don't like the fact that it gets loose. So this is my first journal, and actually it's on, you can go back into my very first YouTube on this channel, because I originally had a different channel when I first joined YouTube. And then I switched over to this one because on that one I didn't do videos. And then I switched over to this one because I changed the name and my Gmail and all of that. So I created this one. So this is a magazine journal. So there's a video, my very first video on this channel. You can see the creation of this one. It's got some pretty bad pages in it, but I think my favorite, it's really bad stuff in here. If we were the camera was face down, I would just show you guys everything, and I guess I'll have to do a flip through and everything. But I guess this was my favorite page out of this book, and not because it has any special meaning to it, but just because of, you know, I just like the way it was laid out. It doesn't have any real art to it. It was just you know, it was gluing in and painting out. Yeah. Then I went from there, and this was still back in my acrylic days. Still in, I'm in unhappy, happy phase. Loki, lay down. This is my next journal. So this was a magazine journal when I first started out. Didn't have any money, just had some cheap acrylic paints. Took two National Geographics, taped them together, slapped a cover on it, and called it a day. This was my first bought journal. The Canson 7x10. It's completely done. But I worked in and out of on regular paper too out of this one. But I think okay, there's two. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. There's 3 real pages I like in this book. So this was a video on my channel. This was collage and gelatos and pen work and white acrylic paint for the bubbles using a cap. So again, back in the day when I didn't have anything. And this was my first drawing. I drew the flowers. Then the stencil, one of the first few stencils I had. Some collage, and then I did some rubbing of paint in the background. And then there's this one. And I like this one just because of the sentiments and the fact that I hand cut each of these puzzle pieces. I did not have a stencil or and this is a butterfly collaged on, but all these puzzle pieces are hand cut by me, by hand. Welcome back, Judy. Yeah. So then I started getting into watercolor and inks, and thank you guys. So then I bought the big Kahuna. And this still hasn't barely had any of the pages done because I started to go into watercolor paper. But I started dabbling. So this is kind of where my inking and stuff came to be. Inking and watercolor and all that. Started at the end there. So I think, yeah, so this is my favorite page in this book. Stop it. This one here. This is all hand drawn, no stencil, on used tea bags, painted in. Bye, Christine. Thanks for coming, hon. Painted in with, you know, drawn with pen and then painted in with ink tints. So this is my favorite page in this journal. So, you know, I don't really have a favorite piece, but I have a favorite out of each journal that I've done. And then I have favorite pieces of art that I've created. The negative painting, yes. So, you know, there's always something to be said that your journey, don't be mad at your journey. You may not like today's, hi, Jean. You may not like today's page, or, you know, and here, oh, here's some other stuff I wanted to show you guys. This is some of my other acrylic work. These are actual paintings that I did. Oh, it does have oh, this is my very first ever mixed media anything. Before a journal, before anything. I didn't have stencils. I didn't have nothing. Well, no, wait. I had a couple stamps. Yeah. This was back right when I was transitioning from, yeah, so what is this? Okay, so this is 2015. So this is my very first ever acrylic. Negative painting. Negative painting is when you use paint to color around an object, but within doing so, here, this is negative painting. So I used acrylic paint and stencils to mark up the whole page. Just I threw down color using stamps and stencils with every kind of acrylic paint, right? All this blue and stuff you see in those flowers, right? And then I took this cream color paint, this Titan Buff, and I painted around, creating the birds, the flowers, the sun. That's negative painting, basically. Now, with each medium, you do it differently. It's easiest with acrylic to do negative painting because it doesn't run all over. You know, you don't have the extra caveat that you would have with inks or watercolors. That's a whole nother ball game, which I have done, and I am proficient with. Yeah. So this is okay. So this is also on my channel. The acrylic piece, and I think this was the last acrylic painting I did. Maybe. I think if when I get my real art studio, this is one piece I would frame. I do really like this one, and I like the message that it has. So remember this: the joy is in the continual discovery, guys. Right? This was one of my first watercolor paintings. Not one of my first like journal pages or like that, but one of the first paintings I did, and I did it on music paper. So don't be afraid of your journey. Don't be, you might have a page today you're not necessarily proud of, that you may not like or whatever, but tomorrow it'll be different. What else? What other questions we have? What else you want to know? What deep, dark secrets am I hiding? Tell them how you feel about animals, birds. Okay. That's not really a question, but I'll tell you. Okay. I don't paint or color people now if they come already on a piece of paper. I like them. I don't have to draw them. I don't have to paint them. Yeah. I love animals, birds, and all of that. But I don't like to do their feet or their legs. So as long as the bird is sitting in their nest or on a branch, and I don't have to paint their legs, I'm a happy camper. I don't do legs and I don't do people. Sorry. Just don't. No bird feet. Sorry. Nope. No bird feet. I've gotten better. I still just don't like it. It's not that I don't like painting it. I don't like how it looks because I don't do that's animals. That's Tebby's department. I don't do animals. Oh, although I can paint animals now. I just don't like to do their feet. It doesn't look right. It looks like they got 2 left feet and an extra thumb sticking out somewhere or something. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. I'm telling you. Yeah, my birds need to hover. Yeah, Debbie, if you want animals, like I said, I can do the animals as long as I don't have to do their legs or their feet. If they're hiding behind a post, in a tree, on a branch, in a nest, then I'm your girl. But if you want the true blue animal and all their feet and toes, go to Debbie. She's your girl. Yeah, not me. Andrea. So, what else? What else do we want to know? And no, I'm not answering that question. I hear one of you thinking about it. No, I'm not answering that question. Oh, now I gotta put all these freaking journals back. Okay, that goes back up there. Loki, you're not going out. Be quiet. That goes there. This goes back. Landscapes are easy. You'll get it. Just keep practicing, ma'am. Keep practicing. These are done. This is the one I'm working on right now. What am I hiding? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. No, I'm not hiding anything, actually. No, like I said, what do you want to know? You know what? I will tell you this. All bird feet. I used to be very closed off. I used to not share anything about myself to anybody, anywhere. I didn't care who you were, and nobody knew about me, and that's just the way it was. But, and I used to be shy, but still very much loudmouth. I know, hard to believe, huh? But over the years and going to college, getting older, I got over, I got over the shy thing. And then I found the fibs, and I started doing art and streaming, and then, so I found out that, there's people that are like me, weird and quirky, and, love art, and these are my people, and I feel okay about sharing things about, myself. I know, right? Shocking, yes. I used to be, back in the day when I was, still wet behind the ears, I used to be shy. But yeah, I got over that over the years. Yeah, that was about, I don't know. Well, I've always been outgoing. It's weird. I was always shy, but when it came to going out and having fun and being the life of the party, I was that person. But still, I was shy. It was weird. But then as I got older, towards my 30s and stuff, I was like, you know what? I got over that real quick. I didn't care. I've also always been one that I spoke up for myself. I didn't care who you are. I will tell you like it is. I'm the kind of friend that'll tell you, you look like crap today, but I love you kind of person, or your boyfriend's cheating on you. You need to, kick his butt out. But hey, that's a pretty dress you got on today. I'm that kind of person. Always have been. But my favorite medium is watercolor. Thank you, Mia Bear. Fabulous, yes. Take my cameo shot now. Favorite drink? Non-alcoholic or a little on the wild side? Okay, well, I don't really drink much anymore because of all the medications that I have to be on because of my illness, or illnesses, I should say. But every once in a while, when I'm at home and I know I'm not going to be driving or going anywhere, keep that question mark and we'll come back to that. I like mixed drinks. It's never a beer girl. I mean, if I drink beer, it's got to be MGD Light in the bottle, but I was always a mixed drink kind of girl. But now, because I don't drink very much, or drink often, I drink mostly water because I need to. I don't really drink a lot of juices in that, and I have not drank soda since 2011. The sugars that are in the juices and the sodas are bad for you. They're bad for your teeth. They're bad for your stomach. So I drink sweet tea and I drink water and coffee. Cannot live without my coffee. Have to have my coffee. Yeah, no, I don't remember what day it was in 2011. I think I want to say it was like, I don't know, maybe it was around my birthday in June. I liked the Sobe coconut water, but I can't find it anymore. So I just drink regular water. But yeah, no soda, no caffeinated drinks, none of that. What is that? What are those? No Gatorades, none of that. Just, I need my coffee in the morning or in late afternoon if I'm streaming or something and I need to pick me up. Saturday afternoons when I'm streaming. Water all day long, and maybe, you know, sweet tea here and there. I'm a country girl, so sweet tea all the way. But 99% of the time, you'll see me with water. Now, as far as the watercolor, what was the? Yeah, that's one reason why I can't be taking in a lot of sugar. What brand of watercolor? Yeah, Prang is a good student grade, and it's reasonably priced. If you're just getting started and you just want to dabble and you're not sure if you want to actually invest in watercolor, I would get something like Prang. You know, if and when you're ready to go beyond the I'm dabbling or I want to do more than just kind of figuring it out kind of deal, then there's other better watercolors, because, you know, that's, you know, it is what it is, right? It's Prang. It's very much a inexpensive student grade watercolor. Yeah. Good night, Laura. Thank you for coming. Be sure to think of or watch for details about the giveaway, because I want everybody to kind of I want to do a poll and kind of see what everybody thinks since you're leaving. I buy tubes and I put my watercolors in pans. I don't like to buy pre-made pans. Nope. I like to pour my own watercolors. So keep those tubes and open them up and put them in your own pans. White nights would be my first suggestion for inexpensive watercolors. That was going to be my suggestion, but I didn't want to go that high because you had suggested the Prang. Prang is just, let me dabble and see if I like watercolors. If you want to get an inexpensive student grade, because you actually want to work with watercolors, White Nights would be my first pick. The Yarka. St. Petersburg or Yarka. You can get them on Amazon. It's the best place to get them. A lot of people like, I've never tried them, but a lot of people are a proponent of the Cotman, the Winsor & Newton Cotman. I've never used them, so I can't really recommend them. But I do know that if you're not sure, Arteza has a 60 set of watercolors that are really great price. I don't know. I have their gouache, the 60 set of gouache that I like to have fun with and use in my journal. But I can't speak for their regular watercolors. Nice, Grumbacher tubes, yeah. Break those baby out. Put them in get yourself a thing on YouTube, on Amazon, a palette on Amazon, and pour them into pans. It's one thing about watercolors, they can dry out and you can still keep them going. Sonnet, I heard that. I never bought that set. I like their White Nights. I don't know, but I did hear that. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, they're probably a little more not made. Are they not as vibrant? I would think. Probably a little more chalkier than the White Nights, but I think they'd be fine. I would say that there's also a nice student grade / professional grade. If you go to Jerry's Artorama, their house brand is really good watercolors. And I forget the name of it. And reasonably priced. Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, also uses them. Yeah, Jelly, that's, yeah. Not Marie's. What is Jerry's Artorama's house brand? No, not Da Vinci. They have their own. Hold on, I'm looking it up now. Because these are actually. The Lucas is supposed to be really good too. Oh, you're in Canada. I would definitely, I would check, I would go off Amazon. I would highly suggest going with White Nights or Arteza to start with and kind of seeing what you like from those. Yeah. Yeah, if you're working in a journal, light fastness is not an issue. Okay, so let's talk about, since we're done talking about me, let's talk about, bye Judy. Let's talk about the giveaway. So it's not like I have a lot of sponsors or something like that. So I want to get from you guys some ideas. I have a few giveaway products that I have that I'm going to give away. Brand new, never opened. Just, got them. I bought them, specifically I got them for the giveaway. And I want to get a couple gift cards. So I thought that might be, but would you guys prefer more product-based giveaways or more gift card-based giveaways? Or I was even thinking about maybe throwing in a special edition, like one-time class, maybe a one-on-one, for like me and 3 other people to do a one-on-one class type thing, where I share, just, a special stream class with just, a few people, and maybe, so basically you're getting my time and special attention, and we do a project together, as maybe one of the ideas as well. What do you guys think? What do you guys like or want? And it's not like we're going to decide today, but what I'm thinking is that, we can kind of throw out some ideas, and then I could do some art too. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't offer my art. Not that I would be opposed to that, but the gift card would be easier to send out. Draw it from a jar. Yeah, they can't decide. I'll just put everything in a jar and do a draw from there. Yeah. Well, and then I don't know what like I've seen a recent 1K subby giveaway that was very extravagant, and unfortunately I don't have all that support, and like sponsorship and stuff. So, unfortunately I can't, I don't have that much, but I do, I have been acquiring a few things. I know, Cookie, but I just was like, wow. Yeah. But I do want to, this is a big thing. I want it to be something good for you guys. I'm I want to I want it to be something special, you know. I don't want it to be, you know, oh, you know, I want it to be something that you guys will like. And so I thought we could brainstorm a few ideas, maybe some things that you guys have seen over the years, or other, you know, giveaways that you guys thought were cool. And I can, well, I could do give away copies of my collage pack free. You know, like I own them. So, I mean, that's something too that you know. Well, yeah, and I wouldn't be doing the drawing necessarily here on YouTube. Yeah, I would they would be eligible to win, and then it would be like I would email the person the link instead of them having to go through Etsy. Um, right, because it's free. So that was something I thought of too as well. I need to get to creating more collage packs. I've not been so busy. I've not done it. Okay. Oh, and I don't know. Somebody left me a message from Martha's channel. She came over from Martha's channel, Magical Hockeys. So if you are this person, you put me a message that you came over from Martha's channel, MAGIKALHAWKIESS. But then when I went to go to respond to her comment and look her up on YouTube, I couldn't find anything. So if you're that person, email me. Say hello so I can touch base with you. Apologize, but YouTube's not letting me respond to your comment. I see your comment, but it's not letting me respond. It's like she's not there. Right, exactly. And that's why, you know, that's nothing. That's nothing. Rice paper is a type of paper that you can use for collage. Like you can put like this, like, okay, so like this is prefabricated rice paper. Like this company put this design, they printed this design on rice paper. Or you can get plain white rice paper like I get. And then you could print on it and then use it for collage. Yeah, it's typically, well, before mixed media artists got our hands on it, onto it, it was mainly for decoupage, or that's what it was primarily used. But now that mixed media artists and companies the like have gotten our hands on it, there's lots of companies that are using it to print on, using it for collage. Yeah. I'm a big fan of it. But again, I like sandpapers. I like tissue papers, rice papers, napkins. Those are like my 3 main go-to paper types to use. Yeah. In fact, I just got a big order in. Some other stuff I got in. I'll show you guys tomorrow. I am streaming tomorrow, my normal time, 4:30. Rice paper can be addictive. Yeah, warning, buy at your own risk. I did get this too. Platinum Crackle Texture Paste. Hi, Christine. So what else? What other things have you guys seen, or that you would think that you would like to see as part of the giveaway? Jay. Same feel, Debbie. I would agree with that. That they have the same feel, but I prefer Stamperia more. Oh, Christine, stop it! Don't look. I was gonna tease you guys, and I was gonna make up a quick little drawing of anybody seen Tool Time and with the fence, the neighbor. I was gonna put a fence up. Debbie's seen what I look like. Plus, I posted pictures online, not very often, but I think it was what, last year when what is it, July or August, something like that. Why did you throw it out? What's wrong with you? Have you gone mad, woman? Right? Why would you throw it out? I mean, you could have mailed it to me. If you couldn't use it, what's wrong with you? Fired. You are fired. Oh, she's fired. What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do? So, this is what I'm going to do. I I am going to I think I am going to post on my that probably would have been a better use for it. What's wrong with you? No, I am going to post on my Instagram and my Muse and Art Facebook page. I'm gonna throw a post out to get some feedback, and I'll leave it up there until not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So for the next like week and a half, and then if you know, for people to put in ideas, you know, things that might be so if you guys can think of anything that you would like to see as part of the giveaway, yeah, collect trash. Don't throw anything away. Maybe that's you know, if there's something else that you guys, you know, specific you would like to see as part of the giveaway, you can, you know, comment below the Facebook post or the Instagram post. So you'll have to make sure that you're following me in either one of those places. I dropped my pen. Because there will be an extra little kink in the giveaway, and that you will need to be following me in one of those other two places in order to be eligible. So you'll want to run right out as soon as this stream is over and make sure that you're following my Facebook page and my Instagram, and that we're friends and you like my pages. So you know, so you can get posts and know what's going on with the channel and that. Like I said, there's always new stuff happening. I'm always bringing up new stuff and all that. So I may not always bring new content. You know, I may be doing a lot of journaling or a lot of, you know, working with this product, because my products don't change much. You know, a lot of inks, a lot of watercolor, a lot of magicals, you know, this, that, and the other. But you know, I am willing to explore and experiment. So again, if you guys got ideas or something you guys would like to see, a certain product or certain type of art or a certain experiment or a certain technique, don't hesitate to give me some ideas, you know, because I will work it out. But for the giveaway, you will want to be following me on those other platforms so you can be part of it. Because I am going to make this as big as I possibly can, so that there's going to be a lot of fun and all of that. So, all right, guys, if there's no more intriguing questions and nothing you're dying to know about me, I am going to head out. It's been almost 2 hours, and I've spilled my guts. And yeah. Good to see you too, hon. Thank you all for coming, and all of those that were here and are gone, and all those up in the clouds. Don't be shy. You see the face now. See, I don't bite. It was very nice having you here too. It's very nice having everyone come and say hello, and I love you all for all your support and you know, just being there and supporting me along the way. So thank you. Be you. Don't be afraid of that piece of paper. Stay artsy, my friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow. What awful paper. What awful paper. Yeah, tomorrow night, 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same place, same bat show. Or was that same bat channel, same bat show? Oh, the watercolor paper. Okay. All right. Yeah, you definitely have to show it on Saturday. All right, guys. Love you all. Be safe. Stay artsy. I'll see you tomorrow. Later. Out.